Good evening. It's another Thursday, and we are here. Crew is here. I'm Lockett Sebastian and
Dr. Thompson Fontaine.
Emmanuel Loblack, the big
right. Good night. And as we normally do, Pastor Rodney, can you lead us in prayer, please?
Almighty God, you are our Father, and we thank you for taking care of us as such. We thank you that you brought us here today and that you have granted us a good day. We are grateful, Father God, that in all things you have been providing for us, you have sustained us and supported us. Today we thank you for Sports Wrap, and we thank you for the hosts of Sports Wrap. We ask, Lord, that you will grant them wisdom and understanding. You will open their hearts and open their minds and cause their discourse, Father God, to be healthy, to be educational, to be informative. I ask, Lord Jesus, that every listener listening to Sports Wrap tonight will be captivated by what they will hear, by the things that they will be involved in, and by the work that you will do through the host. Lord, bless this program this evening, and let the moment that every interaction that will be had on this program will be one to enhance, sharpen, and bring people closer to you. Thank you for a good program tonight. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Bring peace like a river, attending my way. When sea billows roll, what alone has taught me to say it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is
Well, my soul. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. As the song says, it is well with my soul. Tonight, though, we're going to be talking football. I think with the PRO, we have two national teams away. Also, the President's Cup started last week. Chess people will be in studio with us, the president. They have some tournament coming up. We should hook up with Cedric Harris because his club went to Martinique last week trying to qualify for the Caribbean. And of course, we have plenty cricket. The World Cup is on. West Indies today put in a very disappointing display. And surely, if they play like that on Sunday, they'll be home, and by Monday night, they'll be home for sure. Because they didn't show up today. West Indies didn't show up. So we're going to be discussing that and look at how next week in the semi-final next week, Wednesday and Thursday, we can look at who we think will be the teams. The final is next week, Sunday. So we're going to be looking at this sort of thing. But Dr. Fontaine Lobby, all the CO is over, Carnival is over, and now it's time for serious business, Dr. Fontaine. Somebody told me today that the people on the other side are taking pictures of people and getting documents for them to go and reconfirm. And I'm saying opposition forces must, and I'm saying they must get people to go and a lot of people are negative. I'm not going to do it. That's not the answer. If you keep saying that your name will be on the list, we already, March starts on Sunday or Monday. Just now it's October. And if you by October, you haven't reconfirmed, you will not be able to vote. So I'm saying, Dr. Fontaine, you need to get all your caretakers, all your candidates in different areas. Please get people to go and get their name on the list.
Interestingly enough, Sibo, there's a very important development in Parliament. I don't know if you heard the Prime Minister. Basically, he says, he was never happy with the fact that so many people were not able to confirm because of the documents, and he's requested of the Electoral Commission to reintroduce the birth certificate and the picture ID.
Go ahead.
So we expect the Electoral Commission to act on that.
Well, Lobby, Dr. Fontaine, what I'm saying to that, and my response to that is, I do not believe the electoral people don't know about that. For all you, I'm not saying it happened. It could be that one of them wrote the speech, because if you're telling me that the Prime Minister said that everybody on the Electoral Commission resign, nobody should be there. They should have resigned already. Because if he's saying that all of them, they were at fault, big men must be men. You cannot sit there and allow your name to be tarnished like that. Let's take the caller. We'll come back to that. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening. Sibo, imagine you are giving a special good evening, and listen to me well.
Right.
Today is the final time I call in radio. It is not to win a prize or something. And listen to me well. Sibo, me and Dr. Fontaine had that talk about 3 months ago. He gave me his number. I spoke to Ronald Chat. I spoke to Soso. All you cannot have an opposition party almost 40 years. Yes, even though the government have 1 million, at least all it's supposed to have a country at least 100,000. When it's over, it's over. All you cannot help everybody. But my boy, all you cannot just pull up there and go try to help people. If somebody have $150 to buy the groceries, they're going to take it to buy a passport to do whatever. Yesterday I called and Arnel Thomas elaborated on that. In the neck of my woods, my eyes just boil in my peas. It has some people, they come in with their photographer, they take in the picture, they come in with the passport form, they fool in it, and by 2 days, good afternoon, they like an envelope of $400-500 and they get in the passport. My boy, they will catch them with their pants down. Dr. Fontaine is grinning his teeth. He and so one Ronald Charles and believe he saw they winning. See boy, I love how you eating on them. And the opposition divided, and the female fragments in the party, not even the male, the female fragments are the only party. Let them go ahead. My boy, all you have to help people. I talked to Dr. Fontaine, and you know who that's speaking. All it is depending about, do I have money, Labor helping the people. Help all your people. Else all will stay in opposition under the 500 years. Bye-bye.
Well, what I would say about that, he said Labor helping the people. Well, they have a largesse, but as you just said, Dr. Fontaine, it will revert to the birth paper now.
Yeah,
so
that's what we have been pushing.
Yeah, you only $20.
You cannot disenfranchise so many thousands of people.
Yeah, but what I am saying, I'd be shocked if the Electoral Commissioners didn't know about that. Because to come and say that, to give the impression that you're so upset that they did that, I am saying, I'm not sure. It could be. One of them could have written this. I'm not saying that it happened there. I'm saying one of them could have written the speech. And he read it, because they probably know. If not, I'm saying they all, and I'm saying not there, every single member of the Electoral Commission should resign. Because, in other words, the leader is saying that you all went and did a nonsense, you all shouldn't have done, you all broke the law. Because the law says that everybody should go on and there should be continuous registration. You all broke the law. So all of them should resign. All 5 of them, all of them should resign. Good evening.
Good evening, Siwo.
How are you?
Good evening, Dr. Fontaine and Electoral. When you see you're talking about electoral, I must come and say something. But before I ask Dr. Fontaine a question, I want to say again, I'm repeating it is like an anthem. Ian Anthony should never be removed from there. It's a new system they have. You cannot take a new person and put there. And you take out Ian, who is qualified, who knows the system. But I'm saying maybe one of those days, just one of those days, whoever it is who did that injustice to Ian, probably if they have the courage, they will go and ask Ian for forgiveness. That's all I have to say on that. Now, the question I want to ask Dr. Fontaine. I heard in the House of Assembly about the law and so on. They said what was passed and whatever, SRO, whatever. Now, what I want to ask Dr. Fontaine, if there was a law saying you had to use your birth certificate and a notarized picture that came from Parliament, now the Electoral Commission went and they took that off. Do they have the permission to do that, or is it in their authority as an independent body to reverse what Parliament has done? I'm just asking that because they reverse it and then Parliament saying try and put it back. So I'm just asking if the Electoral Commission had that power to reverse what Parliament had already approved. And another thing I'm saying, if now Parliament is saying to go back, now Parliament said Attorney General will discuss it with some Electoral Commission. Could the Electoral Commission and Attorney General discuss that before? When the Electoral Commission did that other SRO, didn't they see, well, you cannot reverse what government? What I'm asking is they have the power to reverse. Thank you, Dr. Fontaine, if you can answer me. Thank you very much.
The answer is absolutely not. The Parliament is supreme in terms of legislation, and the Electoral Commission cannot reverse what they did. I guess the confusion occurred when they issued the SRO 39, which replaced SRO 27. SRO 27 was clear, it was consistent with the legislation, and then they somehow went with SRO 39 on the eve of the confirmation and changed everything, and that is where they erred, and that's where the problem obviously started.
Do we have another caller?
Sibo.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Lobby.
Sebastian, I'm just listening. I listened to Matt on that same praise. He gave praises to Gregory Nassif. I don't know if you heard that, but Gregory Nassif.
Yeah.
But all Gregory Nassif said is something that have been said already.
Mm-hmm.
The issue
Gregor is his name, really.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Bobby, hold on a while. Hold your thought. Let's take this caller. We'll come back to you. Good evening.
Yes, Sibo, good evening, Lobby, Dr. Fontaine.
Yeah, good evening.
I heard a caller was asking or pleading to Dr. Fontaine, he said Dr. So and some other party officials to help the people. What is he referring to? Generally, that's the time I tune in, so I did not hear what he said before.
Oh, no, he was basically saying that we should be able to get passports and so on for our people, help some people with getting their passports. But what we have been pushing for, I mean, we know it's not possible because there are literally thousands of people that do not have it, and that's what we were pushing for them to return back to SRO 27, which I think was the right thing to do, so that when we have the birth certificate now in operation, then everybody will be able to participate.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Lobby, go ahead.
Yes, Sebastian. All this rigmarole, Sebastian, rigmarole. All they had to, if the PM really had a serious concern, when Parliament was convened, all they had to do was make the necessary amendments and resort to the original. That's all that had to be done, That's
well,
all.
Look, if you ask me, all they should have done, registration, simple. That's all. And we will, but it's a cunning way to prevent people from being registered. Because, the CBI, a lot of people know, as you know, you live in the United States, will not be able to come down again to vote. So you have to find another way. So in other words, it was a way to disenfranchise people out. In other words, because a lot of people don't have passports, a lot of people don't have driver license. So when people do a thing like that, for somebody to tell me they went and passed an SNRO to deliberate it, that's a deliberate thing. That was done deliberately.
But Sebastian, that's nothing new, Sebastian. They have been always trying to find some way to cheat, Sebastian. The issue, we should be talking about right now, this parliament that took place, the parliament, there's been something positive coming out of that. Let us go back to the original re-registration. That should be what's happening right now. Re-registration about.
Go ahead.
All right. The PM talking about I have this. No, it should be always saying that. Let us go back to the original. That's all.
Okay. Well, what I would say to you, Lobby, in response to you, they're not going to go back to that. So what needs to be done now? They say they're going to revert to the birth paper. So what I would advise people is only $20-25. Try and get a birth paper, and please go and reconfirm.
Most people have a birth paper.
Right. So they claim, and I will say again, if the people on the electoral, all of them should resign. Because if people are men, and a man comes and he says that all you did a cautioning to your local language, in that all you did something all you should not have done, or you broke the law, then he's saying, because the law says there must be continuous registration. Next caller. Good evening. Good evening. Hold on, Lobby.
Yes,
Hold on. Good evening.
Dr. Fountain, and good evening. Sibo, I hear you calling for fellas to resign. Sibo, that is something you will live and die. Your children will live and die. Their children will live and die. Because these people on that commission, these people on the commission who are supporting the Labour Party do not have the metro.
But caller, hold on. I didn't say the Labour ones alone. All five. Everybody should resign, leave. Because he's blaming all of them.
Well, we basically want the free. That's what they support the party to resign. Once they resign, then the commission does re-elect the commission again. But because they do not have the mettle, they do not think that way, Sibo. You see how you think in there? I think the same way, and I would want to think Dr. Fontaine thinks the same way. They do not think like that. All these people are there to do every day with election tonight. Tomorrow they start their thing to so they can win the next election. Because there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them who sit down and have meetings every month or whatever to see how they can win the next election, how they can stall the voters' ID card. And I believe, as you say, it should just be a re-registration, a complete re-registration, and we would not have any problem. Good evening.
Yeah, but why find a way? Nowhere in the Caribbean they have what's happening in Dominica. Nowhere you have that nonsense kind of cocoa macaque where people have to get this, go bring somebody, then you wouldn't get your card right away. As simple, finding a way, and then people will go and boast and say, well, we did this, and they didn't go and register. Looking for an excuse when you could make things simple for people.
Yeah, and then also, Sibo, we are told that thousands of people have applied for confirmation, yet they published the list in February there, and just a handful of people.
Well, you see what I mean?
100 people.
100 names alone. So you don't know what is happening. It's just a whole mess with the thing, a whole mess. They say, why? Nowhere else. Antigua, Fremont, they re-registered everywhere else. But Dominica, they have to find a way. Confusion, and then you have a man blaming people. He said they did something they should not have done. And I'm saying, if these men are men, all the people, 5 people on the Electoral Commission, all of you all should say, look, well, you say we're not good, get somebody else, got other people, please, buddy. Hold on, Lobby, next caller. Good evening.
Yes, Sibo. I have a voter's ID card for St. Kitts.
Right.
Well, it is expired because of the time I'm here, but if I go back to St. Kitts, I can
reapply.
And I went to the office. All I had to show is an ID. I didn't have to think about certificate, no, Sibo.
Okay.
All I had to think is an ID. They took the information on my ID. I fill out a form, and then I get my voter's ID. But Dominicans usually have all kind of cocoa candidates, right? All kind of things to differentiate people. I don't think the people, we should not be calling for these guys to resign. No, what they have to do is to take them to court. They have broken the law. let them face the courts.
Okay,
Good
next
evening.
caller. Next caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yes.
Roosevelt and Company has made Dominica a laughing stuff. And I will tell him I will leave him in the hands of Army News Stuff. The man from Trinidad. Thank you.
You mean, no, you mean, yes, Lobby.
Sebastian, I don't concur with you when you talk about all the people should resign. I don't concur with you at all.
Okay, why you? Okay, let me ask you why.
Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, you heard the chief electoral officer on Matt make a real boo-boo. I sure you heard about that. So what is happening right now, Sebastian? They have put them under the bus. You know what is happening. You have heard Shillingford and the rest, how they have been. It has been strained, how they have been struggling, what they have submitted. They have tried their utmost best. But
you listen, hold on. Let me you haven't heard them say too, well, Roosevelt skirted my friend and we spoke for 40 minutes. All that, you haven't heard them saying that too. So if you again to you'll be there saying, boy, my friend, and so what I am saying, all members, he said the Electoral Commission, it comprised 5 members, all them to resign. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, but yes, but as I said, Sebastian, all this back and forth, the PM knows exactly what he has to do. They tried something to disenfranchise people. It has backfired. Seriously, it has backfired.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's backfired.
Mm-hmm.
All they have to do is they can reconvene Parliament tomorrow or next week and do the most honorable thing. They know what they have to do. And I think the chief electoral officer, if she has enough mettle, should come out and make a statement.
You will ever hear that? Let's take this call. Love, you ever hear that? Good evening, caller.
Simo.
Yes, ma'am.
Me again. Let me tell you something. It's that same job. Let me tell you something. They know the mess should be made. You know why I'm saying that?
Mm-hmm.
I said already, Dr. Fountain, we have a new system, Sibu. A person that never worked there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have Ian. He's legally qualified. He has legal background. He worked there how many years? He knows the system, Sibu. That mess, Sibu, I can put my head on a block for Ian. That mess there, if Ian was there, that would never happen, Sibu. It wouldn't happen. So they create a mess. You cannot put a new person in a system. They never worked there, Sibu. It's a new system you have. You taking out Ian. And now we all in a mess. This and that. I mean, that's troubling me, man.
Yeah,
well, maybe they don't want Ian there. They don't want him there. They'll put somebody to do the bidding because probably Ian will be independent.
That is obvious. That's obvious. That is obvious. I mean, not around the whole thing. That's obvious. And exactly ways and means of conning people and cheating. That is what they have tried. And these people sit, and the plan. As I said, it has backfired. Seriously. It has backfired seriously.
Man, this whole thing is a mess. And every time you hear, well, look, somebody that's saying something that they say that the only person who's listed as confirmed in Rosso is Roosevelt Skerrit.
Yes.
That's a fact?
That's a fact, yes.
The only person
yes.
who's confirmed. Can you imagine that? Well. He's the only person of all the people that probably registered, one person name.
That put it for confirmation.
Well.
All they have to do, they know exactly what they have to do. And this I said back and forth, Sebastian, but they know what they have to do. It has backfired. All right. They have licked their wounds. They tried to fail because there's a man above that we don't see who is in control, Sebastian. You can
but a man goes lobby. And he reads in the House of Parliament, it's the supreme law, that's where laws are passed. And he's saying that people broke the law, they had no authority to do what they did. So either you fire them or they should resign. That's what I'm saying.
This statement should never be entertained in the first case, Sebastian. Because you know the kind of person, when you hear this thing, you should just cock your ears. That's just nonsense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know who wrote that. I'm not saying they did it, It could. We don't know if it's the electoral office that did that. That wrote the letter. What you're reading?
He's a micromanager.
Listen, hold on, Lobby. Hold on. Good evening.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Good night, gentlemen. I think I will always put
my contribution by saying we are too peaceful in Dominica. That is why we are suffering so. I never know election in Dominica have all those comments in it. Just because one man want to stay there till Jesus come down for them to kill Jesus.
When they cannot kill Jesus, let's take that back.
We have to change our way. If it's at night, we have to protest. We protesting at night, but we have to change.
Okay, caller. Yeah, well,
Sebastian, just to change that. You have worked in this. A question to ask you, and also Dr. Fountain. I heard something there that you have heard. You work in the system as Dr. Fountain. You work in the system. That you know that there's the Ministry of Finance. There's always a financial an FS, and then right now there's also a PS. What's happening?
Let me tell you, the Public Service Commission now, to me, they have no power. To me, people don't do what you know. PSs come from nowhere. You don't hear it. Sometimes you don't even know who's PS now. You don't know all over the place. They just created posts. People have full control. They have a
you have a financial secretary,
right? And you still have a PS in the Prime Minister's office.
You have so this I really can't understand at all.
Let's take this caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
If Mr. Nafi didn't speak, we would never hear that, you know. If Mr. Nafi didn't open his mouth and talk about that election day, everybody was just quiet. All of a sudden now Scary start to talk. So that was the right time, brother. Well,
that is what I'm saying. The opposition forces need to get to the also finish for now. Carnival finish. Creole Festival finish. Now it's time for business. When the thing started, Dr. from October, right?
October 15,
right.
Yeah.
We don't have much time. People need to get the act together. Get people to go and reconfirm in all constituencies.
Yes,
because if that is not done, when October comes and closes, you will find that 95% of the people that are registered belong to one group, and then you might have chaos, or you might not have chaos, and you'll not have what happened in Venezuela. That's all. That's all you'll have. Right. Anyway, right. Before we take a break, guys, first, Donald, I hope you enjoyed your birthday, and happy 91st birthday. I hope you had a good thing. You're playing a good inning so far. Now, also, we want to express condolences. I think Mervyn John Baptist, who always listen to our program, father was buried today. Blue, I understand her brother died, or sister of hers, express condolences as well. And Isaac Andre, who worked, Lobby and I both in the sports division, he died. I was shocked when I saw that. Suddenly, when I saw the thing, I wondered what the hell is this? And Isaac worked for years in the sports division, Lobby, and I want to express condolences to all his family. Sorry to hear what happened. And I didn't even know he was sick or whatever. And I just want to express condolence to his family as well. And Mervyn John Baptist and Blue. Lobby?
And then the gentleman from Jackson Shop.
Connie's son, right, Lobby?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Connie's son. Yeah, they say a Luga guy. They say suddenly he fell ill. And yeah, always on a bike and so on. He has a bike. I say, yeah, man. I mean, a young boy.
He's an IT specialist, you know.
Huh?
IT specialist, working in the Ministry of I think IT.
Right, correct. Yeah, and he's gone. Yeah, so Basil just playing a game, man. This Basil guy played a dirty game. So Isaac, we just want to all his brothers too, Johnny and what's the other one? Michael, all of them and his wife and children want to express condolences to them. He worked very hard as a groundsman. He served softball. He also worked in football. He used to be back in the field. Football association as well. Cricket association, sports division, all school games. So we want to express condolence to Isaac, man. I mean, this thing is really getting out of hand now. So, Donald, I hope you had a good time. Nurse Moses, good night.
Sibo,
I know you're listening. Good night.
One thing, Sibo, yes. Today is the great St. Heavy Chillingford birthday. He'll be 91 years today.
Yeah. Well, you know, Vivian Rennie and I spent about, which day? We went there, we spent about 3 hours with him. St. H is still in top shape. top shape. He remembers most things. Sentence, good night. Last year, well, when he had the party, the 90th up at Anchorage, it was a nice night that night. In fact, from here, I went straight to the party. And Sentence, good night. I know Vivian, Joff, always spend some time. We all work together. So I know he's having a good time, he's having a good night, and I know he's always listening. So Sentence, let me say happy birthday to you. Happy 91st. You look like you might hit that century mark. You look very much like that because he has all his faculties, look very fit. In fact, the last time he said to Rene and I that he was going to start doing some walking in the neighborhood. Yeah, he said he was going to start resuming his walking. So still on top form, St. Heavy Shillingford.
Good shit. Congratulations and happy birthday.
Yeah, St. Heavy Shillingford.
Right? Sibo, yes, on Andre and Sports de Sebastian. You know, while in Dominica, you know, Sibo, you know, talking to a lot of sportsmen, young, you know, sportsmen to grammar school, SM, the girls coming and so on, and they looking back at what's happening now, you know, in terms of sports days, what was really happened to sports that produced so many sportsmen and women for different sports. And today, you know, then what they're talking about, they're looking at grammar school in particular, their school, grammar school, what it has been. They have paused the school completely. The school had, I mean, the only surviving facility they had was the hard court. The hard court, they have taken the hard court. Sebastian, have you all heard, Dr. Fontaine, a report on the collapsed roof?
I heard it's been demolished, so I heard it's been demolished.
So
yeah,
what?
So I heard.
But we were told that there would have been a report. What really happened?
Well, you will never know those people. Paola Bush in Olobi, every time you hear him.
No,
Paola Bush.
And Dr. Fontaine's, question to you, Sebastian. The school and the grammar school, is it a college or a campus? Is it for Dominicans and Chinese? Or what really happening?
Well, I don't know.
Huge.
That's what, all we know is something going on there. That's all we know.
And it's taken quite a long time.
A very long time.
To get built. Huh?
Very long time. We don't know what is going on, honestly.
Because if you love Sebastian, the more and more buildings going up, you know.
Anyway, let's take a small break. Or there's a call. No, let's take a small break now. Let's take a small break. And when we get back, hopefully we should have PR of the football. I know Dominica is away. We had the local football last weekend, so he should be online with us, the Football Association, PRO.
Sports Wrap on the big station every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. And National Athletic Coach Emmanuel Loblack. Sports Wrap, your one-stop shop for unique, inclusive, in-depth analysis of local, regional, and international sports. Bringing you the best in sports debate and up-to-the-minute information and statistics. Sports Wrap, every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. 2 exciting hours of pure exciting sports talk. The experts are in the house. Sports Wrap, every Thursday evening, only on the big station, only on Q95. Lock it in.
Yes, we're back. We're trying to get the PR of the Football Association. We haven't found him yet, but let us say thanks to Twapita for always producing water for the show. Always reliable. Twapita water, the best water in Dominica.
Yes, and
Dr.
they had a big commission in today. They
Right.
commissioned their new plant.
Exactly. So we have to
congratulations.
big up Twapita the best water in Dominica. We'll say to people, you need water, get Tuapita water. They always agreed to help Sports Wrap and get water to us so we can have it here. So thank you, Tuapita. Also, we can't forget ACS, who has always sponsored that program, and Del Najis Sports Shop. You can get the best sneakers and t-shirts there. You can't forget that as well. So we always have to big up Del Najis, ACS, and Tuapita Water. Let's take this call because we're trying to get in touch with the PR of the Football Association. Good evening. Hello?
Good afternoon, Sibo.
Yes, good night, sir.
To you and the crew in studio. Hey, Thompson.
Yes, sir.
Yo, hey, I made a pledge and I'm kind of late getting it to you, but I'm going to have it to you by this weekend.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that you're waiting on the money. You need every penny you can get. I just been kind of tied up and busy. All right?
Thank you, man.
Those who listening, yes, but I want to say something.
Quickly, because we move quickly.
UWP. Okay, but let me say something, Sibo.
Yeah.
On the issue of God. Every time we speak, is God going to take care of it? Let me make my people understand. God works through you. God works in the power that he gives you to stand up and do what you got to do. He don't strike from up yonder and lick down somebody down. So it's the power through us. The action you take, the movement that you make is where God works, because he has given you the mind, the body and the spirit to work in his name. And when you do the work, then this is how he is effective. I'm listening. I had more to say, but
thank you, man. Thank you. We have another caller. Let's take this caller. I wonder. Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, Sibo, while you're waiting for the PRO, I am predicting a South Africa India final.
Well, we're going to discuss cricket at length, so we want you to call. We'll have a conversation about that. The World Cup, so we will discuss that. So make sure you call when we start talking about cricket, because we'll spend a lot of time on the World Cup. Okay?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, right.
Yeah, you know, that's what we want people to call and keep the prediction.
Yes, certainly. We're going to open up.
Because I saw Ponting had said he think it will be New Zealand against India, Ricky Ponting. That's what he had said. He predicted these are the two will get to the finals. But we'll discuss that. Yeah, as I say, we are waiting on the PRO of the DFA, and sometimes you always have to be like begging people, and you alert them before they know you'll be calling them, and you can't get information because we have an under 20 team. That's the way. The women's team as well. I think they're playing in Guyana tomorrow, and there was football last weekend, the President's Cup. We wanted to know who are the winners. We did contact the PRO. He promised to be on. We can't find him now. I don't know what's going on. So a lot of time that happens. While we're on that, we probably can, on the football, we can speak a little about the English Football Association, Football League, Dr. Fontaine, where Arsenal seem to be, well, City have closed the gap, Manchester City have closed the gap in England. Still not finding him. The PRO, we're trying to get him. We can't find him. So we might have to just forget about him for the evening, because we can't be begging people to give information about their own sport, and that's just not good enough. That's why probably, Dominica, we need a Freedom of Information Act. Let's take this caller to hear what he wants to say. Good evening. Hello. We lost the caller. Yeah, the caller is gone. We lost Lobby as well. Lobby, we lost you or what? Lobby?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're hearing you now, yeah.
Yes, remember when we had the president of the Football Association last week?
Right.
I remember we were looking at this first generation, Sebastian, of players, and as I said, I encountered a young lady from Canada who came down to play and she said she has to go back and get this passport. She plays semi-pro, and I'm hoping that is something that should be dealt with immediately. As I am suggested, a delegation, because it's not only football that will benefit from that. Several sports will benefit from that. I mean, all the other islands, people are looking forward to get players from overseas to strengthen their teams.
Yeah, and I don't understand what the issue is really. I mean, that should be a fairly easy thing to do. You identify the talent and you give them a passport to on behalf of the country. I don't know why that's a big,
We are the only, Dr. Fountain, we are the only country in the region, the only one that be doing that. Only one.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I've seen Africans get their passports in the airport, as they arrive in the airport for the first time. Yeah, absolutely. Because you want them,
So what's making it so difficult? Why is the law? Why have they found it so difficult to change the law so they accommodate the people? What's the problem with that?
Yeah,
because we're losing out on probably a lot of talent.
Well, of course, Sebastian, don't you realize? Look at sports. Let us look at it, Sebastian. We haven't received the PRs yet, but look at sports presently. People said, right, the young men saying that there's no hope. They're saying there's no hope.
Well, I would say there's no hope, but there's always hope.
Because why? You know why they're saying so, Sebastian? Access to playing field. They say Roseau in particular has been parallel. They look around Roseau, the fields, Goodell School, Lindo, they're looking, these places have gone. They don't know when they will be able to play. When happening?
Hold on, let's take this caller. Caller waiting long time. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Oh, I keep trying all the time. I wonder what's happening with your caller ID.
Right.
Anyway, good night.
No. We have no caller ID there. We never know who's calling. Okay. Good.
I want to say I express my condolences to Isaac. I had seen Isaac about 4 weeks ago. I know his wife was sick, but I didn't know he was sick. That came as a shocking news, man. Anyway, Sibo, I mean, although today, of course, West Indies, I know they'll get a challenge in South Africa. But would you have made a change? Because I had two changes in mind. I had Chase to come in Shepherd, but Louis Shepherd to come around, and also Johnson Charles. I would have given him a break.
Johnson Charles, my goodness.
I was listening to Ryan and Lens Tuesday, and Shiloh Wallace was saying, despite the fact that, they feel that Charles shouldn't have gone to the thing, they should play him. And I believe he would have scored, but anyway, it happened already.
You believe he would have scored?
Well, probably would have scored more than King.
They must play him in the last match now. They must play, but they should have played him today. Give him the test today. And then in the final team, because India had a big score today. Big time, I think, if it was in Sri Lanka.
No, it's Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
On Sunday. What time is the match on Sunday?
9:30. 9:30. West India. 9:30. 9:30 on Sunday.
Yes, so I'm listening, man.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
yeah.
Nothing.
And that's what to let the caller know. We have no caller ID here. When people are calling, we don't know who's calling. We don't know. The lights come up and we answer. So we don't have caller ID. So we don't know who's calling. We don't differentiate it to say we don't want this one or that one. All people are free to call. Yes,
but probably a quick cricket note. The women cricket.
They
were playing against Sri Lanka. And we had a very bizarre out.
Dortin
got out in a very bizarre fashion. I think she's the first woman
to get out there.
To get out like that.
By the way, that series was supposed to have been held in Dominica. By the way, the Sri Lanka against West Indies and going to Grenada. But because of the problem in the Windsor Park, they had to shift it. But it was supposed to have been in Dominica. The women, 3 ODIs and 3 T20s. West Indies against Sri Lanka. Good evening.
Yeah, I heard Mr. Black talking about something about children that are born overseas having difficulty getting a passport. I don't know if that is what he said and if that is what I understood. But what I'm saying is, people that obtain or purchase CBI passport, are their children qualified to get our passports?
Dr. Fontaine, you can answer.
Are they qualified? Usually when they apply for their children, they apply as a families. So you have the family package where a person could apply for his family, including his children.
Okay, so this means they get a passport.
Yes, the children can, yes, absolutely.
Right. So if people that purchase our passport the children can get a passport through a package, how comes people that are born Dominicans residing overseas and have their children overseas, how comes they cannot get a passport? Why is it so difficult?
Well, I'm not sure if it's because I know once you first generation children have a right. I think it's well. So, for example, my children would qualify for it because they're overseas, they would qualify. But I think the second generation is where the problem is.
Right.
But I'm saying that
So the second generation is the grandchildren.
the grandchildren, yes. But that is
Okay.
something that we probably should look at, because really, especially if the person is going to qualify to play for the national team, I mean, that should qualify them on that basis, because countries do that routinely. Countries give passports to sports people to represent them.
Yeah, well, something needs to be done, and it needs to be done urgently, because we cannot keep suffering because of some clause in the law or whatever, because our law is changed to suit various other things and for various other reasons. So this is something that is very important, and if we say we are interested in sports as a people, we need to get the skills of the people that are based overseas to share their skills with us and to help us to be a little stronger in our competition whenever we compete, be it here or overseas against foreign countries. We need that. So something needs to be done urgently. So I don't know what influence you might have or whatever. Well, I know you have very little influence because you're not in government. But as a man aspiring to be the next prime minister, you can bring some pressure to bear, and some enlightenment on that, and, put it on the forefront. Let the people know a little more about it, so then the people as a whole, the citizens as a whole, can be more aware of what is going on, and maybe bring more pressure to bear on the government or the administration, Yeah, thanks.
All right, thank you, caller.
Yeah, well, yes, he made sense because as I said, Curacao qualified, they're going to be playing in the World Cup, and there was only one person that was born in Curacao.
One natural born.
One person from Curacao that was born in Curacao, and they're going to be in the World Cup. So, in fact, the Italian team that played the Cricket World Cup, there's nobody from Italy that was born in Italy played for Italy. They were grandchildren or whatever, or different people. So. That the Lord, because when we look at our teams playing overseas, we're suffering, we're not doing well. So we really need to strengthen our teams with people outside of Dominica, because it doesn't look like what we have here, we can compete overseas. And we need to do something to accommodate these people. In terms of the law, they need to
absolutely. That's something that we have to look at, and something that can be fixed relatively easily.
But then,
right. Hold on, Lobby, we have our guest, so let us go straight to him.
Okay.
We're going to be talking chess now, and we have with us the president of the Chess Association. I think they have some stuff coming up. He's going to let us know. I'm sure he'll introduce himself, or he's been here many times, so he can introduce himself.
Yes, hello, good evening. Sorry.
Still catching your breath.
You mean the step, walking up the step, right? You're a bit breathless?
I have to run.
So, but at least we appreciate that.
No, we will tell you need to get fit. That's what he'd say. Yeah. Go ahead. So tell me there.
Yes. So good evening. My name is Carlton Morvan. I'm the president of the Dominica Chess Federation. And we have a few events coming up, for the month of March. As you know, the Federation has been organizing tournaments since 2022. Last year, we had a lot of events happening. And this year, we're going to just continue with the flow and just keep going. And we have our Blitz Arena, our first Blitz Arena in Dominica, happening at the Promenade at the Westbridge Grill Restaurant and Bar.
Well, explain to her what is the Blitz Arena. Do you explain to people? People out there listening want to know what is the Blitz Arena.
So the Blitz Arena is an event where for 3 hours straight, we're just going to be playing some Blitz games. And what's going to happen is you're going to play. Every time you win, you get to remain on the table, and then you change the colors that you're playing with. So if you start as white, right? Because chess is like white and black generally. You start as white, then you win, you switch over to the black pieces. The person you played against, they will have to move to another table, right? You get a new opponent. And you continue until you lose, and then you yourself have to move to another opponent.
Go slowly so people can pick it up, because people will get confused. So take your time, go slowly. Yeah.
Right, sorry. So what I'm saying is you play as one color, and then generally online you do an arena. What happens is every time you play a game, you just get another opponent one time. So a certain number of people enter the arena, They play, and every time you just get a new opponent, right?
At the game's time?
It's auto, yes,
At
it's
their
time,
time.
right?
Okay.
So it's automatic that you get a new opponent when you're online. But here, how we're going to do it is you play, you win, you sit at your table, your opponent moves to another table, you just change your color.
Okay.
So winners get to sit and they get new opponents every game, right? The time control going to be 3 minutes plus 2 seconds. That is the most common time control for blitz. That is like international. If you hear about a blitz tournament internationally, you're going to hear 3 minutes on your clock. Every time you make a move and hit your clock, you get 2 seconds added to your time. Right.
So why change the color? I mean, I know very little about chess, but why change the color? Is it an advantage?
No, because you're not going to be playing the same color every time, because generally in chess, so let's just say, for example, the World Championship. They play like 14 games, and then they start. So you and I play in the championship. I start as white, you start as black. The next game, I'll be black, you'll be white. So we get a chance to play each color.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing in the color. It's not like you get an extra piece or an extra move or anything. It's just that.
Generally, they say white starts with an advantage in chess because white plays first. White always plays first.
Okay. So that's okay. So that is it. Okay.
So how many people are going to be playing in that blitz thing?
Well, as many as want to come. We setting up so that you can register online from this evening, and then.
So the people know the website. They know you want to say to people who want
to. It's on the website. We're going to send out a link. So check out.
You'll be sending out a link.
Check our Facebook page, because we're using Google Forms to do the registration. Check out our Facebook page. That is Dominica Chess Federation on Facebook, and we'll send out the links. I'll post a link on the Facebook page. You can go there. You can register, or you can come on the night self or on the day self and register. Because the set time is 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
On what date? What's the date?
On Friday, which is tomorrow.
Friday.
Yes.
Tomorrow you have it. You have said March. Okay. So tomorrow, and where's the location?
At Westbridge Grill, Restaurant and Bar. That is on the promenade, the Green Bar. If you know Berridge Bar, that bar right there.
Oh, okay.
But why did you choose
right next to the Salisbury bus stop?
Because we recently did an event there, and it had a very good turnout. A lot of people came out. So we had a barbecue and chess, and a lot of people showed up for that. A lot of people spoke about it. I myself was off island when I came back. I heard about it. I was like, wow, And so it's a good location, because a lot of traffic there, a lot of people seeing. And even somebody who's not a member of the Chess Federation met me at my office and told me, whoa, they heard about that event and they want to participate. But it's only $10 for registration. This is basically a fundraising event. That's why it's there as a spectator event. You come and watch, you come and see. Generally, chess is not really a spectator event per se. When I say spectator, I mean like you're not really in the vicinity of the players, because the players need to concentrate. But this is more of a relaxed event that you can come, you can watch, you can spectate, get yourself some drinks, get yourself some eats, and just have fun with everybody, If you feel that you can play, then you just join. You pay $10, you join, And that's just what's going to happen.
Sibo, you want to try?
I think you're more skilled in that kind of thing to go, because you're a man in statistics in your thing, and so you might do well in that.
I've always thought about. I've never had a chance to learn it. Yeah. I really need
because to learn it, you'd have to learn how it's been played. Lobby, have you ever played chess? Lobby,
Bastian,
have you ever played chess?
Well, I wanted to, but I was very busy. Different sports involving coaching and it, But
do you understand the game? Do you understand how it plays?
Yeah, definitely. I had that Michel Davis, one of my athletes. He knows Michel. All right. I encouraged, and SMA used to be people like Brian Bino. We had some guys in my club who were involved, in chess, So I know the time. So I encourage them, once they're interested, go along. But Michel is he's a good player, which the manager knows. All right, but it's this time of work and it's not easy. Chess is not, first of all, Sebastian, it's a mind game. You have to understand that. and you have to be prepared to spend some time, put your butt down on and sit down there, and it might last, it can last for hours.
You have any classes?
I've seen World Chess Championship, Sebastian, and to move that, it took a long, long, long time. It's not easy. Not an easy game. You have to be prepared. And look, not just, nowadays, guys are doing conditioning. They go into the gym, they're working out. It takes a lot of pressure on you, which your manager knows. He knows that, the president. He knows that.
What is the president talking? So that is one event. Well, right. He mentioned a couple of names there. You would know about them.
Yes.
Black mentioned a couple of names.
Yes. I know Mitchell Davis. We played chess a lot of times, many times already. So he's beaten me. I've beaten him. He's a very good player for real. He has been strapped with time and has not been as active as he wants to be. But I know he's a player that is looking forward to contending our national championship this year. So he has the potential to win, right? Mr. Bindo, I remember.
Right.
I'd known him as an athletics coach, right?
Right.
Which one? Brian or Curtly?
Brian.
But Brian died, right?
Brian died, yes.
No, Curtly.
Oh, Curtly died, not Brian. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So then we play. I don't think I ever played him, but I found out that he's a very strong player. But I'm not sure if I ever played him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then there are other.
You said that was one event, but you have others. Tell us about the other events.
Right after on Saturday, we have an event for novice players. So you've never participated in a championship.
Well, Dr. Fox said that's where you come in.
No, I'm before the novice.
Right. So you've never taken part in a tournament, a chess tournament. You just started playing. This is the perfect opportunity for you. This one is going to be a time control of 15 minutes. And every time you play, hit your clock, you get 10 seconds added to your clock. We call that one a rapid time control. So these are faster time. I mean, Mr. Lobla just mentioned the long games where you have to think for a long time. That's like what we call classical chess. You play for hours, man. But these are faster time control games, Okay. The tournament is only going to last 1 day, so about 5 rounds.
Okay.
So we encourage anyone. This one is a free tournament open to all novice players. We're hoping to get a number of players to come, at least we can see where you're at, and if you're interested in developing, we can help you get better in that. One of the other things we have coming up is the chess. The following Saturday we have our Chess in Nature. It's a new initiative we're going to try. I mean, Dominica is the nature island of the Caribbean, and there are lots of majestic places in Dominica you can go and see, and there's space you can actually sit. We recently visited sites and I was like, wow, we can just set up a chess table and just play a game right there. And if we so choose, do a tournament, why not? Right there in nature. And while we want to encourage people to play chess, we want the chess world out there to see how beautiful Dominica is. And we can show you, hey, we play in chess right there in nature, surrounded by mountains and beautiful rivers and scenery, We had a very, a very good event, well-received event where we went to Portsmouth last year and we played chess. We call it Chess Enough. So we're going back to Portsmouth again the following Saturday again.
You don't want to give dates so people know. Give dates so people know. Yeah.
So the
Okay, next week Saturday is the 7th. That's the day before the World Cup cricket final. Next Saturday, not this Saturday. Next Saturday, 7th.
Of March.
Yeah.
So that will be our Chess in Nature. The 14th will be our Chess in Enough. And then following that, we have the 21st, which will be our women's qualifiers. So for the women's national championship.
Okay.
That's the qualifiers for the women. So all the women who want to qualify to earn that title as national women champion, then they can come and step up. And then the last Saturday of March, which will be, I think, the 28th, 29th, we have the absolute qualifiers, So you come, you qualify for the absolute. Absolute means, so for those of you who don't know, in chess, there is no, there is no men's chess. There's women's chess, but there's no men's
Why
chess.
is that? Explain.
Explain.
No, yeah, because that's strange. Yeah.
You feel that's strange?
Yeah, because you have.
Because chess is open for everybody,
Right.
And along the lines, women, chess has been predominantly, unfortunately, just dominated by men, right? But women, it's an intellectual game. So why can't women come and compete with men? You know, but for some reason, it has just been men playing chess. So to encourage women to start playing chess, you know, they started the women's chess, and we have been trying to push the entire chess world, trying to push women to who want to play chess to get to a competitive level, and they are coming on. There are some women who beat men, you know, like the strong, really strong women. The most famous women's champion, Judith Polgar, she ranked what at one point 11 in the world out of all players. You're not just women. So she used to be the top female player for a long time, and I believe she's still very strong. And I wouldn't beat her for sure. So, but we have some strong women here, like you've met Ayani Kasi.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about her. How is she doing?
Oh, she's very good. Ayani can beat a lot of the boys.
You serious?
Yeah, man. What Ayani tough. Last time I played Ayani, and he always beat me. And I was like, what? And getting stronger and stronger and stronger,
Yeah.
you know. But right now, you know, she has exams and so, you know.
Okay,
So,
she's in fifth form, right?
Right, she's in fifth form.
Right, so she has school exam this year.
Right. So and then our national championship will begin on the 11th of April. Right.
So where is that going to be held?
The location will be given out at a later date. We haven't finalized the location as yet.
Okay.
We're looking to finalize that very soon.
So how many days? It will be a one-day event or
So
what? The national championship.
Qualifiers in March will be the women's qualifiers, whereas the men's will be one weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 5 rounds. A 5-round Swiss tournament. So as the rounds go in, you get matched with people that have been doing well in the tournament. So you winning, you're going to get matched against a winner as you're going along. Now the championship going to be 2 weekends, and that's going to be round robin. It's going to be 8 players, including the previous champion. So he gets an automatic pass to the final.
So how do you determine who are going to be the 8 players?
So in the qualifiers, 7 players, the top 7 players, will get to meet the national champion.
Who is the national champion now?
So our current national champions are for the absolute section or open section. That would be Larry Thomas, and our women's champion, Ayani Kazimi.
Okay.
So for the finals, 7 players from 7 players going to challenge in the absolute finals, going to meet Larry and try to dethrone him. And the same goes for Ayani. 7 women are going to come to challenge her for her crown. So
Okay.
we're looking forward to an exciting next few weekends.
But tell me, is chess really picking up in Dominica? You have a lot of people playing now?
Well, we're finding more and more people who like to play chess. There are people that I didn't even know play chess. For example, the guy who came up to me and said he wants to participate on Friday night. I was like, oh, really? I didn't know you play chess. There are players who we see we have never seen them around chess, and they start playing chess. A lot of the younger players, the youth, getting excited about playing chess, you know. So we looking to see how we can continue motivating them. To be honest, it's not picking up as fast as we want it to, but you know, you always want things to go faster than they are meant to go, you know. But we want to put our efforts into getting that picking up.
Go ahead, Lobla.
Yes, Sebastian. Yes, I'm very happy that the sport, you know, it has grown. I could, when I mentioned Brian Bino, I know now this Mayor's Academy. That's where, you know, the chess itself, they were playing very, you know, the game was, you know, very strong there. I think the last time we had some executive members of chess there, they spoke about schools competition. What is the situation now with the schools competition?
So currently, I mean, if I am allowed to boast a little bit, I have been working with the St. Mary's Academy, and They have won. We have had 2 school competitions, and they have won both of them.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they last year we.
So you are acting like a coach in that capacity as a coach with them in the school.
Yes.
Okay.
Although in the tournament this year I did not represent them as their coach because I had to act in a different capacity.
Okay.
But I saw the growth of players, different players. We had new players. We only had 2 players from the previous team, and everybody else completely new players, and they were still able to win again. Last year we included the Dominica State College as part of the competition. They finished second place, and SMA finished first. Isaiah Thomas Secondary, who finished second place in the previous tournament, they finished in third place last year. The tournament in 2024, it was held in March, but it was held in November last year, 2025, and we're looking to have it in November again in 2026.
Okay, so let me ask you, are you guys having any sessions for just persons who want to learn to play?
This is something we've been trying to work out and trying to organize. For the time, it's been most of the people who will teach will be the executive members. However, we do have chess at UE every Thursday, and anyone who goes to UE, you are not very strong in chess, but you want to learn, then our members there will sit and work with you. So I can tell you this, right? I met a gentleman a while at UE some couple of years ago, and when I was playing with him, I was showing him, okay, you need to focus on this and keep your eyes open for attacks that happening. And I basically just talk him through the game. And right now we played today, and he has gotten so much better. And I was like, what? The guy went, I gave him a book for him to read. It's an ebook. I gave him that book for him to read. And he has been reading it, and he has been improving. And I was like, wow, just a couple more. Maybe by next year, he can be competing with the rest of the top chess players in Dominica. So I'm looking forward to the day I see him competing with us.
Nice. It's nice. So chess is on the rise. You say you have a lot of people, and one of the national championships, the date will be close. We hope we can have you here again, so you can tell listeners and so people can. What you want to broadcast to people, let people know the event is taking place and where it will be taking place. So a lot of people might come to try and learn. People might just come to watch and see if they can pick up what's happening. Because go ahead, Lobby.
Yeah, you see, Sebastian, as he mentioned about the schools, that is the way forward for any sport development. The youth, you have to target the schools. Very, very important for continuity. Very, very. I'm very happy that you mentioned the college. You mentioned St. Isaiah Thomas. I think Convent itself. You left up Convent.
So Convent, they actually finished in 4th place last year, which is again a step up from their previous showing. We also had the total number of schools we've had participating in our chess tournament is 9 schools in total, but not at the same time. So in 2024, we had St. Mary's Academy, Isaiah Thomas Secondary, Dominica Grammar School, Community High School, Orion Academy, Pierre Charles Secondary, and did I mention St. Mary's Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it school? One other school.
Grand Bay Secondary, you mentioned that?
Yeah, the Pierre Charles Secondary.
What about Castle Secondary?
Not as yet. We have not. I have been in contact with a teacher, but that he was interested in starting the club. So
Northeast Comprehensive, I didn't take it back.
Not as yet.
PSS?
Yes.
PSS.
So 2025, we had the Postal Secondary School, the Pierre Charles Secondary School, Dominica Grammar School, St. Mary's Academy, Dominica State College, Convent High School, and the Isaiah Thomas Secondary.
What about Wesley High School and
St. Martin Secondary? Not as yet either, but we're looking to get into those schools.
That's good.
Right. So, Mr. President, thanks for coming. We will be in touch with you. So when next you have your big championship, and just to let listeners know what's happening tomorrow night, you go ahead, tell people what's happening tomorrow night again.
So tomorrow night we're having the Blitz Arena at West Bridge Grill, Restaurant and Bar, or otherwise known as Berridge Bar. You come it's on the promenade, right across from the promenade. People generally consider the promenade where the kiosks are.
It's right around where the Salisbury bus.
Right
next
to
to that.
Salisbury bus stop, right there. So that's where we're going to be having it.
And what is the time? The time?
5 p.m. and ends at 8 p.m. And on Saturday from 11 a.m. from 10:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. We have the Rookie Rapid Tournament. That is for novice players again who have not competed in chess tournaments but would like a chance to compete and show their strength, but might not feel comfortable competing against the more experienced players. So you come there and you get to compete.
Where will that be held?
And that will be held at the Dominica Olympic Committee office in Bapper State. 11
a.m. tomorrow on Saturday.
From 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
There's the registration form has been up for a couple of weeks now. So, we're hoping to have people register. There's still time to register and, you can come and participate.
Right, Mr. President. Thank you very much. So we'll be contacting you and you will be back in studio with us sometime soon. Thank you so much for joining us.
That's all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, thanks. Right, guys. So, guys, we're going to be talking about cricket, because the World Cup is on. West Indies put on a disappointing display today, and really, really poor. And I was saying, guys, if people that pray a lot, they should pray hard. See if rain will wash out the game on Sunday. Yeah, if you get a washout, West Indies go for the semi-final because they have a better net run rate than in there. So really, I wish a lot of rain would fall on Sunday so the match won't be played.
No, they will beat in there. West Indies gonna.
Well, boy, you have a lot of hope.
I'm telling you.
T20, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen in T20. But the way West Indies played, and some Vivian Rennie called me today. He was asking me about T20. In the power play, you can win or lose a match in the power play, right? And for people who don't understand, the power play is the first 6 overs where you have only 2 men can be outside the circle. In other words,
the circle is just about is within 30, just around the back, basically.
Right. So if you lose, like for instance today, West Indies lost 4 wickets, 52 for 4. You have a problem. Ideally, in the batting power play, you want to be, let's say, if you're 50 without us or 50 for 1, to me you are right, but you don't want to be losing wicket. Similarly, if you're bowling, you don't want a team to have almost 70 runs in the first 6 overs, 70 without loss, chasing you in a problem. So the way we batted today, maybe therefore it was a 10-over game.
I think West Indies lost the plot. I mean, they started off well. The first over, 17 runs. The second over, 12 runs, right? 29 after 2 overs. What I thought was when South Africa brought in Rabada very early. Normally he comes in the middle overs. They brought him in very, very early. He got a first wicket. What's his name? Hetmeyer comes into bat and he's playing the same way. You would think that he would have had a little respect for Rabada.
For a great bowler.
Rabada is a great bowler. And I thought that's where they lost the plot. They just continued playing as if
they were batting like millionaires.
They were 100 for 2.
All sorts of extravagant shots.
Rabada should never have taken 2 wickets in that over. And I think that is where we just kind of broke up.
Because even if Chase, the shot he played, I mean, you should have tried to play a horizontal back shot. If you try to hit the ball squarely, because I don't know what he was trying to do. And he played the ball onto his stumps. Let's take this caller. We'll get back to the conversation.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yes? Good evening.
I cannot get a visa to go to the U.S. for the World Cup. So I say, let me try Mexico. I do,
but you don't. Don't you know what's happening in Mexico now? You really want to go there?
But I cannot get to go to the States. I say, let me try Mexico. Look at you, but I do. But there's a problem, man. I problem, man.
But in Mexico now, drug sellers have taken over the place, so it's not a good place to want to go now.
Call me, tell me can't get visa.
Who's that? Who's that?
An African partner called me, tell me can't get visa to go to the US.
Oh, well, a lot of the African countries, they have been denied here. A lot of the countries that have qualified, their supporters will not be able to go to the US.
Yes.
And we have another caller. Let's take
single entry. When you go to the US, probably you might get 2 days.
Well, I'll be there next week, so we'll see how that goes. Good evening. Good evening.
Good night, Shivo. Good night, Shivo.
Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, good night.
Dr. Combe Fountain.
Yeah, good night.
And Luby.
Yeah, good night.
I just call you to show your scenario what happened today. Look at the little team that played against India. India scored 200 and something. And the man scored 100 and something for 6 or 8. Right? The India win them by 60 something runs. Them man do better than West Indies.
When you say they do better than West Indies, what you mean? That in the West Indies match against South Africa?
Yes, the match against Australia, South Africa. When if you really have to upset it, that little team do better.
No, but you say little team. Why you call them a little team? They beat Australia. They beat mighty Australia.
South Africa, because of the amount of runs India make. This I base in that based on the amount of runs India make, and West Indies gone back and make that little bit.
Well, West Indies wasn't playing against Zimbabwe. You know, West Indies played against South Africa.
Yes, I know they play against South Africa. You know, so that's what I was saying. So I was saying that that little team that played in India.
The little team. Okay, thanks. You said the little team. Hold on. All the lights going. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, Thibault, good evening to you and the crew.
Yes, yeah.
Thibault, you as a man that know a lot about cricket. I am not a cricketer, but I've been hearing people say you don't normally change a winning team. Is this the bad? Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, and then I'm asking you the question then. Why did Sammy leave out Hussein and begin chess?
Well, you know, go ahead. I'll answer you.
Okay, all right. Okay. So what I'm saying is, Hussein is the person who always bowl for you in your power play. And as you said already, you need special bowlers to bowl in the power play because you know all bowlers can bowl in power play. So you bring in Chase, you cannot bowl him in the power play. Hussein, who you bowled the last time, he took 3 wickets for you, 2 in the power play, and 1 in the last over. Why did he leave him on the bench? I want to know what was the reason.
Right, okay. You know, this thing about data, Dr. Fontaine, that lobby. Now, data is good in any sport. You can use it. But the data I suspect they used was who said in the World Cup against right and left-handers have struggled. Against right-handers, he does well. But not every time you have to use data because if you are a good bowler, you can bowl against anybody. And they use that thing, use Chase because they feel South Africa have what? Rickleton, they have the opener Dicock, they have Miller, a few left-handers. Now, that is the reason I felt they brought Chase to bowl against the left-handers. But that doesn't make sense. If you can bowl, and Hussein has showed, he's been informed. And I just find that was a stupid decision. Now, if you're doing that against South Africa, India has 6 left-handers in the first 8 batsmen. They have 6. So I would like to know what they're going to do when they play against India on Sunday. That didn't make any sense to me, guys. Huh?
Yes.
Hold on, let's take this call again. Good evening.
Yes, Sibo, as you have said, if you can bowl against any batsman. And I support you on that. Fully support you on that. I want to tell the caller that Zimbabwe was a test playing mission. Not
was, they are still. They're not was, they are. Go ahead.
Yes, they are still. And had it not been for Mugabe with his nonsense, they would have gone much further.
Yeah.
Remember that commentator, what's his name? What's his name?
The one who was commentating
he had to run from
Zimbabwe.
From
Yes.
Zimbabwe.
A lot of these guys. Look at Andy Flower. All this great Andy Flower's a great
brothers.
Yeah, Grant Flower. Yeah.
Yeah.
He straight the one who died.
But so guys, Zimbabwe is not a little team. And West Indies, they're good. They scored over 250 against Zimbabwe. India scored the same thing over 250. Now, as I tell you, Sibo, earlier, I am predicting, I have two teams in the competition, India and West Indies.
Right.
But I am predicting India, barring weather, I am predicting an India-South Africa final. Because South Africa is playing the best team cricket in the tournament right now.
Oh, they look very strong. They look very strong.
Yeah, the best team cricket. And when I say team cricket, before today, India had been rescued by one man, the captain.
Suryaman,
and so on and so on. But if you notice, South Africa, they're really clicking. And I believe India would have to play their A game if South Africa do not go into that, win that championship unbeaten.
But Color,
I believe South Africa would have unbeaten.
But Color, in their first have to beat West Indies,
Yeah.
You're forgetting that. You're talking as if they've already beaten West Indies.
Doc, you feel me to beat India.
I feel with the team we have on that day we can beat India. Yes.
Yeah, it's true. Any team can beat any team, but I'm not convinced. It should be both my teams playing. But I have to support West Indies from the time West Indies is playing. And Sibo, I hope Mr. Rene is listening to me.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure he's listening to you. He lives tomorrow.
Listening to Sports Rap, sorry.
He's still here. He's still in Dominica.
He's still in Dominica?
Yeah, in fact, when I leave here, I'm going to check him. He leaves tomorrow. There were problems. He couldn't go because Boston, all the snow, that there were problems with flights to get into Boston. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I went out and look for him, but
he's still around. He's leaving tomorrow.
I would like him to bring down West Indies uniform.
Well, he's listening. Say it again. Say it again. He's listening to you, so he listened to you. Say it again.
Mr. Rene
and Job Faustin, both of them are listening. Yeah.
I would like you to bring West Indies uniforms at sale. Caps, floppy hats, pants, shirts, everything. I know you'll do good. Sibo Rene used to be the police coach for both athletics and football.
Football, right?
And Sibo used to coach us football too. Yeah. And that was that time we were at our pinnacle. The police had a football team in both divisions, athletics and everything. We came second, the first ever half marathon. We came second. That was our Independence Academy one, and police came second. I did the second leg of that thing from Hillsborough gas station to Mahu.
Wow!
I ran the second leg, and we came second.
Okay. So, well, he's listening to you.
I hope you're listening to me, and then you bring down some uniforms for sale.
All right. Thanks. He listened to you.
So,
right.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Let's take the next caller. We'll come back to you.
West Indies had a bad day today. They'll bounce back on Sunday.
We'll see. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. I think what happened today, the West Indies, when they lost the toss, they went into a panic mood. And they decided, boy, we need 220 to make a match out of it. So they just went helter-skelter. Was not, Hetmeyer could have set down, but he was trying to hit everything. And there were 6 down, 14 overs. So it was 14.
There were a lot of poor Scholar, you have to admit there were. You have to admit there were a lot of poor shots played. There were a lot of poor shots played.
I hope they had some discussion in their dressing room. Looking forward to Sunday.
I think they will.
Sunday match, they can beat India.
Yes, they can. Okay. I agree with you, caller. And I'm betting on West Indies beating India on Sunday.
No, well, what I'm saying, in T20, anything can happen.
Yeah.
I would hope, I'd rather that there's a delusion Sunday and there's no play, the points are shared, and West Indies will go through. Because
no, I wanted to do it the right way. I wanted to do it with this nonsense.
Dr. Vahomi did it the right way. That's a way.
With this preceding nonsense that happened there, I want them to beat in there just for that. And they will.
Let's take this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
You realize West Indies by taking South Africa bowling attack for minus. So the same way they get away against Zimbabwe, they go playing short shots, and that was the downfall. If you realize in the cricket, they have a figure show on the screen from 1 over to 6 is whatever. from 7 to 14, it's consolidating time, and from 18 to 20. But what we do consolidate, you still need to just consolidate now.
I agree.
And you don't see at the end how much, if you see you see at the end how much one they get between Shepherd and
Jason, yeah.
You cannot underestimate any bowling attack. You will not, South Africa have one of the strongest bowling attack in the tournament. You will not play stroke as though it's Italy you play, or Namibia. They never check, they never consolidate, so that was a dumb.
You're absolutely correct. And that's it. They went into a panic. I think that's what happened. But the fact of the matter is, against Zimbabwe, the free overs, they scored 120 runs in free overs. In sixes.
Okay.
Sixes in free overs. They couldn't even 19 sixes. You know? So
hold on, next caller, good evening.
Yes, good evening, gentlemen. Good program. I'm listening.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Yes, good night.
Hello. Good night. You know, Gobi, you want to say something? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to not say something, Sebastian, on the program, listening to you all. Everybody talking about Tip West Indies. I look at things differently, Sebastian. All right, first of all, South Africa, I see them, they are well-oiled. They are well-oiled in batting, in bowling, especially fielding. They make the impossible catch possible. And that shows preparation, which we haven't got at all. What we saw today is nothing new. We have been losing games frequently for reckless.
No, hold on. When you say preparation, we haven't done. No, I'm not asking you to explain. You say preparation that West Indies do. West Indies won 5 matches, you know. 5. Go ahead.
Sebastian, the preparation can be a team and the individuals. Look, they have done I can see the players. Look at their physique. Guys doing their own personal training. All right, they are light on the field. What I'm saying is nothing new with our players. We start players playing franchise. They're playing franchise. We don't need to bring them as a team. Guys are not doing the preparation. We are not preparing. First, we have a tournament. All right, I mean, we pick players who do franchise. We're playing games. You have to prepare. If King was lighter, if King is heavy, that catch you could have taken. Look at Hetmeyer, that run out. Heavy. This guy's just heavy on the field.
No, well, Hetmeyer, to his credit, he's done a lot of work on his.
I just said, let me tell you, no matter how much, just I'm not through.
He was a year ago. He's done.
Dr. Fontaine, look, man, but you have done. You are a professional cricketer. That's what you're doing for your living. But that is, you expect this thing. You have to put in the work and be prepared like a scout. You have to be prepared. You have been paid salary all over. You have to do the individual work. So I'm not surprised. I look at South Africa. They are well oiled. The Indians, they are well oiled. Fielding, bowling, batting, and secondly, gentlemen, Sebastian, we refuse to take singles. We refuse to take singles.
I would say refuse. West Indies have been guilty of not rotating the strike. That's a thing that have gone on for a while. They haven't been. There's too many dot balls.
No, they can sit back and hit the sixes. Now, I think an important statistic, guys. Both Rutherford and Hetmeyer, after minimum of 10 innings, do you know they're in the top 5 in averages? So that says a lot. That's why I tell you these guys can win in there. Rutherford is averaging 69.5 after 10 innings. And Hetmeyer is averaging 43.2. All right. And these guys are only bettered by Rutherford is the best. And you have Kohli, Hossey, and Peterson.
Let's take the caller.
So we have the batting power to beat.
Let's take this caller. Good evening.
Sibo, for Lobby. When Lobby talk about preparation, he talks about physics. Because he's saying the same thing for football, he's saying for every sport.
But
as far as Lobby is concerned, if your physics is not of a certain dimension, you're not properly prepared, No, you're always talking about preparation is physics. And I want to tell the caller who talk about Johnson Charles.
Come on.
Johnson Charles is a slugger, my boy. Johnson Charles couldn't score against Rabada and Bosch and Longidi and thing there. He was lucky because he was sent to Shani up there. I'm so glad they're playing King and the captain. They haven't got any place for Johnson Charles. Johnson Charles is a slugger.
So you will not play Johnson Charles in the final game?
No, I don't think so. Because you asked me the question last week about the Indian fellow who has scored 3 knots. You remember you asked and I tell you I would play him.
Yes.
Because there's a difference between class and form. This guy for India has showed class in the last so many years. And
he's got 55
today. Well, today, there are people that have been informed. So class, they say, is permanent. Form is temporary. So guys like that will come good at some point. But to go back to Lobby saying about the West Indies not be prepared. West Indies have won 5 games. And last week I said, West Indies really have not been challenged. Apart from the match against England, the matches they have played against, they have been easy then. Italy, Nepal, and it has been easy. So they really haven't been challenged except since England today.
No, but listen, Zimbabwe defeated Australia, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so it was not an easy challenge. They blew them away. It's because they have a good team. You guys are not seeing that. West Indies have an excellent team.
Yeah.
And today they had a bad outing. That's what I see. They had a bad outing. But you can see, based on the recovery, even in that bad outing, there was an excellent recovery. We moved from what? From 84 for 7 to 176. So it means that they have batting up to number 11. So I believe that West Indies on any given day can stand up to India, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna come.
Well, we don't know what pitch they will have. They're playing in Calcutta.
The pitch plays.
So India at home, they will have the advantage in terms of the preparation of the pitch, although it's an ICC event. So I don't think they should be able to dictate. But we know that ICC is really the Indian Cricket Council, not the international, because they control the ICC.
But let's look at the second group.
Yes.
The second group, England, New Zealand.
Well, they play tomorrow, by the way. They play tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
England and New Zealand play tomorrow.
So you see, England, a relatively weak team, but because of this preceding thing, they look like they may be in the finals.
Well, they could very well be. They're in the semi-final, right?
Definitely in the semi-finals.
But I didn't say England is a weak team, because
they have not played. They haven't played very well.
But you look at Butler, one of the greatest white ball players of all time. Harry Brook is a talent that can perform anytime. You have Jacob Bethel as well. They have, in Adil Rashid, they have arguably the best spinner in the entire competition, in Adil Rashid. You have Archer. So England haven't got a bad side. I wouldn't really. And as I said, in T20, one person can change a game. We saw Harry Brook come and make 100 in quick time and help England to win. So that can happen. But one guy can change a game.
But that's true. But I don't think they have played particularly well. And it's because of this preceding madness that they end up getting the relatively easy group. Because when you see Pakistan has not been playing well, Sri Lanka has not really fared very well. The only competition to me in that team is probably New Zealand.
Yeah.
But Sri Lanka, if you look at Sri Lanka has been very...
Yeah, they've been poor.
They've been very
poor.
Yeah.
And playing at home.
And then it just happened because of this preceding thing. You have all the unbeaten teams in one group. That should never have happened. And I suspect that's something that they have to look at very, very, very closely. And this excuse that they give Sibo about, they do the preceding because people have to choose No, you have to take your chances. You can't tell me you have 3 billion people in that region and you still have to precede so people can choose. 3 billion people crazy about cricket.
Well, I'm sure the ICC,
you're going to get full stadiums.
ICC would be happy because they would never want an India-Pakistan final because it would have to be played in Sri Lanka. And the amount of money they would lose playing an India-Pakistan final in Sri Lanka. They wouldn't want that at all. So I'm sure the ICC are happy that will not happen.
Yeah, but I'm not happy with that precedent thing, and I think it took something away from the competition, and the way, if you're doing a round robin, you are supposed to be rewarded for winning in the early rounds, and none of those teams who were rewarded, and that's not fair to me.
Yes, just last caller talking about my impression about you have to train. You have to let him understand that. I have seen all teams prepare. Conditioning is key. You have to do that. As a professional, you have to take care of yourself. It's very, very, very important. Now, Sebastian, I have this Willow TV here, and you know the Indians control the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
And the
They
Indians...
didn't show it today?
Huh?
They didn't show you, didn't see it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I mean, all the games. But let me tell you something. If India loses, that will be a disaster in India. Based on what, I listening to the commentators, after the game, they're talking. And there are lots of support, key players around the batsmen, around the bowlers. And they're doing a lot of research on the other teams. They're studying them, then advise. There are a lot of advice. They have a staff, not just what you see, on the field, behind the closed doors. I'm telling you about that. Because if they lose this, it will be a disaster, a total disaster. But I tip South Africa. We must understand, Sibo, as you know, South Africa, not just today, they have been doing very well recently. They have been doing very well. And as I said, they look well oiled.
But Emmanuel, I mean, India scored 111 runs. 111 runs what they got against South Africa.
That was one game. Let me tell you.
Against South Africa. So that idea that India is invincible and more.
Just like tip South Africa to win. I tip South Africa to win. But if they meet India again, it won't be the same. I tell a lot. These people have pride. They have pride.
I understand that, but the fact that they could only muster 111 runs, they could not even bat out the 20 overs against South Africa says a lot. And West Indies stood up to South Africa, irrespective of the fact.
You remember I told you I tip South Africa to win. I look at them, man. They are tip South Africa to win. But I know the final against where they play in India, it won't be easy. It won't be easy because the Indians are doing their look behind the closed doors. They have a lot of support. I'm listening to the guys there, they come and listen to them.
I know, because they want India to win. And so, but I'm telling you, they have to go for West Indies. And someone just tells me West Indies are going to stand up to India.
Well,
what South Africa did.
One of the things that...
like I say, in T20 it can happen, but honestly, I still believe India is the team to beat in the world.
We have...
I still feel they are the team to beat.
But South Africa beat them. They scored 111 runs.
Dr. Fountain.
111.
You're going to have a bad game at some point.
Okay, so all right.
South Africa, by the law of averages, they're due for a bad game, eh? By the law of averages, South Africa, they're due for a bad game. So what I'm saying, on Sunday, it will be a real game, I would say, right? We expect a tough game on Sunday.
It will be a tough game.
India have to be the favorites for that game. Let's be real. West Indies, our bowling, on a good pitch like we saw today, West Indies will struggle. And that was a good pitch today.
Well, yeah. And a lot depends on the pitch that's prepared.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. They play in Calcutta. So what I'm saying, Calcutta will be like 70,000, 80,000 people there in the stadium of Indians. There will be that crowd. And I will not underestimate, although we saw a graphic, I sent it to you, where India chasing one person that was constant in all the chases to win matches was Virat Kohli. One guy, every time they won chasing scores was one guy. But I still believe they have the team that can win this thing.
Well, they have the win.
South Africa themselves are very strong. South Africa look like they have a good or wrong team. Their batting is strong. Their bowling. You look at people like, in fact, today, normally in the last 2-3 overs in a T20, you would have 20, 30, 40 runs. West Indies only scored 12 runs in the last 2 overs.
That is
12 runs in the last 2 overs. And Giddy bowled 4 balls where Shepherd couldn't get it back close to any one of them. Mm-hmm. He got one for 4, an inside edge. And then you had, what's his name? Bosch. Mm-hmm. Bowling Yorkers like you were drinking water. He bowled 6 Yorkers. And it was almost impossible to get under the ball to hit it.
Yes, certainly. Yeah. I mean, the South African bowling attack is superior to West Indies. That's clear. But the West Indies batting prowess is what I think that's going to thing. And all it takes, the important thing is that Heckmeyer, despite his batting today, is in a great form. What's his name?
Rutherford.
Rutherford is in excellent form. And I believe that these guys are now we saw what Shepherd did today. Gain some. Well, I don't know if he'll play on Sunday because of his injury.
Well, you look like you're struggling, eh? And you know he had an injury before.
Yes, he had an
But,
injury. So Emmanuel, don't write out West Indies
no,
against
Dr.
India just
Funkin,
yet.
you have been talking about the batting. My concern, yes, is the bowling. That's not the bowling. You heard what Sebastian said there a while ago? I saw the game. The last 2 overs, how this guy's bowled. Shama Joseph, he coming on. If he can just bowling up 20 short pitch deliveries, wide, even Shepherd, he can bowl Yorkers. He has short pitch, you have to bowl properly. These guys, they give nothing away. We're giving away a lot of runs. That's my concern, We're giving away a lot of runs. I watched South Africa, I was guys bowling. They don't give us any. Look, man, we had to dig deep, to score those runs.
Okay, Lobby, hold on. Oh, let's take this caller. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, yeah.
Look like I get the phone to you all day.
All right, okay. Yeah.
I'm a West Indian, so I support you West Indian friend in India.
Speaker, we're not hearing you clearly. Can you speak a little louder, please?
I said I'm a West Indian, so I support you West Indian against Indian Sunday.
Okay.
But what I actually report is just to get some information now. The such as the traveling with 5 athletes to Guadeloupe.
No, we're not. Hold on, we're not hearing you clearly. You're a bit muffled there. Go ahead, take your time again. Go ahead again. Go ahead.
Yes, I said I am traveling with some athletes to Guadeloupe this weekend.
Okay.
Tomorrow to get to the pre-qualified trials, the second pre-qualified trials in Guadeloupe. There already some athletes up there, aspirants is up there. And so we're going tomorrow. 10 people, 2 from down the school, 1 from my work, and 5 from my club. So it's actually still using this.
Well, let me ask you, is that a private thing? Is that a private thing?
Yeah, we leave a Friday. We come.
No. What I'm saying is, it which club? Such as that's a Charles, right?
Athletics Club.
Huh?
Striders Athletics Club in Rosie. Striders.
Oh, Striders Athletics Club. So you're going to five athletes to Guadeloupe to try and qualify for the character games, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we want to wish you all the best of luck, Sir Charles, and hope things work out for the students. Because, by the way, how many athletes have qualified for the character game so far? 10. Okay. So.
And so we try to see if we can get a few more over this weekend.
Okay. Well, we want to wish you the best. I hope when you get back, you can let us know so we will tell listeners that if any one of them qualified. Okay?
Absolutely.
No problem. All right. Yeah, let's get back to the cricket now. Yeah. Right. So I would say Sunday at 9:30, West Indies and India. Tomorrow, England and New Zealand play so that they could find out. Well, even if New Zealand loses tomorrow, Pakistan would have to win Sri Lanka big time on Saturday to qualify because the net run rate would be too. England themselves, in that match against Pakistan, they almost gave their supporters a scare. They almost gave their supporters a scare.
So it does look as if New Zealand and England will qualify
from that group. Well, I guess tomorrow will decide which one comes first. I'm sure New Zealand will want to win so they can come first in the group. I'm sure they
because the number 1 plays the number
the second
2.
team in the other third, right? Yeah. We have a caller. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I tuned in a few minutes ago and I listening to the discussion. When it comes to cricket, it is not always the best team win. It is not always the greatest player will make the most runs. Not always the greatest bowler will get the most wickets. It is on the day. And a match can go either way. Both teams is just like a toss, which I believe, in a sense, cricket could be the only unfair team, in a sense where imagine you have a match and whoever wins the toss has the right to determine who bats first or who bats last. When it comes to football, both teams on the same field at the same time. You know, basketball or whatever. Cricket. So if the condition is good for bowling, well, obviously that team that is bowling first could have an advantage. When you look at bowl up the team for a small score and happen to have a good day in coming and make whatever runs that team make, just because they happen to win the toss. In reference to the West Indies, we gone up there, which yes, Sebastian would have said, and other people and things like that, with Johnson Charles. That is why you do not have anybody to replace a failure, which is king, right? Because you will go from bad to worse, and what are you will be doing to yourself? So in terms of who is on the bench, it is not any strength to say that you can turn to. What Mr. Sammy gone with Johnson Charles is also like a backup keeper. So in case the keeper gets sick or injured, then he will play. When he's supposed to be there as an opening bat, but he cannot fill that role because the man is not good enough. You had put him today against world-class fast bowler, and you realize the South African team. You realize someone like a Nokia. You realize not even him is in that South African 11, that particular quality. Where all the other teams them in the world, he probably would have been in the team. And in reference to Australia, Australia had a very bad match against Zimbabwe. A bad match. Imagine they bowl out Zimbabwe for less than 130. And they really and truly having especially 2 world beaters in that 11, Head and Maxson, and they did not make that 120 something. So a great team with great players could happen to have a bad match, a bad series, and when you have a bad match, that sometimes is what matters most, because when you get to the semi-finals, you can't lose, because if you lose, there's no other opportunity. You go on home and got to come back next time to fight. Well, let me tell you, England, I am not writing off England. England have world beaters.
Yeah. When you write up, Mr. Maynard, but Mr. Maynard, sit up because a lot of the lights are going else. A number of callers that they're waiting. Go ahead. Finish your point. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Finish your point. Go ahead. Finish the point you're making. Yeah.
Okay. I am saying that you cannot write off the England team.
Oh
You
no,
cannot
nobody
write off
is.
the England
Nobody
team.
is. Nobody is.
No, not saying that you are saying. I'm just
Right.
talking
Right.
as I observe things. And also, the West Indies beat England, but you'll be surprised, don't be surprised that West England in this finals and West Indies is not there. I also something I wanted to say last week, that India is a very overrated team, in my opinion.
You know,
Outside of Kohli and Sharma, right? This Indian team, if they come up against real quality bowling, I'm telling you, they can have the better of this Indian batting lineup.
Color, you're absolutely correct. We saw it in South Africa. They struggled mightily against South Africa. 111, one of the lowest scores in the tournament.
And where they played South Africa?
I think it is.
Where they played South
I
Africa?
think in Mumbai. No, not Chennai for sure. They might have played in Mumbai. I think in Mumbai. I think. Not sure. That's what they might have played.
Right. So, well, I think that we are hoping, which we hope that we will see some very, very good cricket.
On Sunday. Yeah.
We don't have any world beater in our team. We have an outstanding one-day player, right?
No, but Rutherford heads the list of in averages, 69, above every current player right now. So,
yeah, Yeah, Mr.
Okay,
Maynard,
all
yeah.
right. We have.
Oh,
thank you, caller. Let's
thank you.
go to another
Yeah.
caller.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, man, Steve.
Yeah.
What's happening?
All right. Okay. Yeah.
How is Dr. Thompson? Everybody?
Well, he's right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, Steve, I agree with you. The law of averages, you can win. The West Indies can come out and at least win semi-final. It happened to India some time ago. I think maybe 50 over match against Australia. When India was the team, everybody was winning and so on. They played all their games, and when they came, they lost to Australia. You remember that? Australia last time. So I feel in a way not happy, but I still feel like the good thing West Indies now. But I believe that we'll win against India.
Yes.
I feel.
I'm with you, caller. I'm with you. Yeah.
We will soon find out in less than 40. How many hours? 72 hours. Less than that.
Look, you're with me. I still believe because something happened.
I don't.
We win against India. It's happening, but I still believe so. And then we might go to the final or somebody with somebody. I'm not saying we can win the trophy. But I believe we will win against India. That's what I believe.
Yeah. Thank you, caller. And you know something else, Sibo? Every time India has won the World Cup, one name.
Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
But I could talk about. They have some statistics.
They've won twice, and Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli's name. Yeah, that's it. But the West Indies again, they talk about data, but apparently they're not really following the data. Here said that since the 2020 World Cup in 2024, right? Brandon King's numbers until 20. Hear that? He's batted 29 innings, scored only 578 runs, averaging 19.
Yeah.
19. He has a dot ball percentage of 47.5.
Wow.
He's only passed 50 4 times. And then among the top 3 batters from full member teams from 20 innings in this period, he has the lowest average and the highest dot ball percentage. And they talk about data. I wonder if they're not looking at that.
Ethan Lewis should have been there.
The analysts are not looking at that.
Lewis should have been the one.
Let's take this caller. Good evening. Hello.
Hi, Sebastian.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say in reference to the comment that your co-host would have said, in terms of the runs that our players have. First of all, is this the gentleman who is the leader of the opposition party?
Yes, it's correct. Dr. Thompson Fontaine. You're correct, yeah.
Well, I endorse. I'm telling you, Dominica right now is losing and missing out. This gentleman, in my personal opinion, based on my observation, my assessment, and other things, I will endorse him as the next Prime Minister of Dominica.
Well, coming from you, that's high praise, Doctor. Coming from you, that's high praise, Mr. Maynard. Coming from you, yeah. Go ahead. Yes, I said coming from you, that's high praise. Yeah.
Sebastian.
No, I didn't get that.
I said coming from you, that is high praise. That's what I said. Coming from you.
Yes. Yeah. I think Dominica, to be honest, is missing out, but I will continue that, comment another time because I have a lot in reference to the thing.
Okay, no problem. Because we're winding up now. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Maynard. Thank you.
Let me just say quickly, right? That the West Indies players, as the next Prime Minister would have said, in terms of our players with average, when you look at it outside of England, these guys would have played against teams that are not, to be honest, up there in terms of the rating. So they really and truly should have done well and expected to do well. And it is no surprise in terms of their record now. Going forward, that is what matters most. If you're running against people who are running over 10 seconds, and then you go on a race where you find people who are running under 10, it is a total different ball game. You see? So, we definitely have a lot of work to do. And Sunday, even the overrated team, remember they also having good players that can also show up on Sunday. And you know they have a world-class fast bowler, Bumrah. So West Indies definitely will have to come good. But they do have what it takes. And the day, even you're not good, you still have you still can come good because there are people who can bat, make runs, and people who can bowl also get wickets.
Thank you, Mr. Millard. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bastian,
Go ahead.
Do you see in 2026 in Dominica any international cricket?
Well, as I said, the series going on Grenada now should have been in the Caribbean, in Dominica. Sri Lanka comes in July. I don't think they will play in Dominica. They have test matches. And Pakistan as well. I think Pakistan, all the matches going to play in Trinidad in August, June, July. Sri Lanka comes, I think, in June. So
what's taking so long in those lines?
Well, they claim it should be ready by end of this March, April. That's what they say. We don't know. We don't know what's happening. You don't get information. When you ask information, the contractor tells you that they under instructions not to give interviews.
Because I was in this park recently. I didn't see anything that resembled anything.
Well, if you don't think they put. In fact, what I understand now, it was supposed to have been 6 polls. Now they're only going for 4. So I understand now it's only 4. So the contractors seem to think it will be a world-class staff. It will be one of the best in the Caribbean. We don't know. So obviously, the Cricket Association can't give any commitment because you don't know when the ground will be ready. Because I know the Sri Lanka, that games that have been playing in Grenada right now against West Indies, Sri Lanka, should have been in Dominica. Dominica is not ready. Sri Lanka men come for test series in June. I don't think Dominica will be on the fixture. Pakistan also comes in July. I don't think that. So we don't know. Lobby, to answer your question, I don't know. We don't know.
You said 4 like Sebastian.
That's what I know. To me, 4. That's what from what I'm seeing.
Yes,
I think originally it was supposed to have been 6.
What about the location of the lights, Sebastian? Are they going to be same thing?
I think they have 2 going by the players' pavilion.
Behind,
and they have 2 going by the commentators' booth. So that's what I'm seeing. There have to be 4 light poles. I'm seeing. That's from what I'm seeing. But original, maybe they feel it really powerful enough. We don't know. We don't know.
I hope there are no shadows.
When it was, you're right. The last time there were plenty shadows by the pavilion. So we don't know. When it's finished, we'll find out.
That is the problem we had from the beginning. The shadows.
Yes, yeah.
You should stop, and then you said that you're going to improve. When you restart now, this thing happening again.
Yes, yeah. Right, guys. So next week I won't be here. I have to attend a sad event out of Dominica. Lobby and Dr. Fountain will hold the fort. Sunday, West Indies plays at 9:30. Next week, Wednesday and Thursday, the semifinals. So I guess next Thursday, when you guys will be discussing, you will know the finalists by then.
Yes.
Because one semi-final on Wednesday next week, and one is on Thursday. So you all will know the finalists by next week, Thursday, when the program is here. So, on behalf of Dr. Fountain and Emmanuel Loblack, I want to say good night to everybody. Won't be here next week, but the show must go on. Good night.
Take care. Right.